I mean, just slow way down. Slow the discourse way down. You know, I mean, just this Bad Bunny thing alone. I stare at the news, right? And every single sentence I hear sounds retarded and defective. And it just makes me want to scream out. Cheers. Cheers, like in favor of logic. LOGIC. What's it spell? Illiteracy. I mean, we need to open up a random proposition. I mean, where is a random proposition? Let's find a random proposition. News. I'll just Google the word news. Let's see. William and Catherine say they are deeply concerned in first statement on Epstein revelations. Okay. How about Trump quotes? You have to think anyway, so why not think big? Oh, do tell. Who knows? Who knows if any of this stuff is actually from him? There's no way to do that seriously. Let's see. Okay, how about this one? I don't have it verbatim, but it's many people have said this about Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance. Well, why couldn't they have gotten an American? Now, anybody that says this is not allowed to proceed further. And even if you correct them and say, and you get them to admit that in fact Bad Bunny is an American citizen, even then, don't let them move on. You start questioning them about why they're so stupid, and take it seriously. You know, say, no, I don't want to talk about anything else today than why it is that you're expounding this rubbish into our public discourse when our public discourse is so sensitive and volatile these days. You seriously want to be propagating racist statements that can be construed incorrectly? Why you say something about Bad Bunny that's not true? Do you actually wish him ill? Don't you understand that can create danger for him? Do you wish danger for your fellow American citizens? If something to happen to Bad Bunny, you would feel guilty, would you not? You would feel guilty. If let's suppose that your erroneous information that Bad Bunny was not an American citizen, and then something happened to him, Bad Bunny became physically injured in some way, or something happened to him because of your erroneous information, then you have a bad conscience, right? Your conscience is rotten for the rest of your life unless somehow you can convince yourself that it's actually not a bad conscience and Bad Bunny in fact deserves it. Right? The bad conscience, it will fight for itself. Right? And I mean, I think that's another thing that now we're in this crap so deep, we have to constantly remember what saving face is going to look like. Because we're not trying to win arguments. And we're not even trying to win any kind of a struggle. There's no such thing as winning here. We've all lost. We've all lost. There's no winning. So if you are operating contra MAGA these days, the number one thing to my mind that you should be keeping first and foremost, front and center of your own consciousness is it's your responsibility to save face for MAGA. You are the one who need seamlessly to provide ways for your interlocutors, your opponents, your MAGA interlocutors to save face. I would imagine that what I'm suggesting here is going to have to be a bit controversial, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I can't think of anything better. And, it would be nice if I got some suggestions. So just write some suggestions in the comment space. Come on, let's, I know professors, you're skittish of me, but come on. I have for every one idea, if you're a professor, for every one idea you have, I have like 100 ideas. So come on now. How can we learn how to create? We need to save face. We need to set the entire program for how truth and reconciliation is going to happen after all this is a mess. All this mess is done. Truth and reconciliation commissions, right? We need to expunge everything the correct way so that everybody has dignity intact. Or else what? Jim Crow. That's what. Or else it won't work. You can enforce egalitarianism, but all it's going to be is going to be a weak version of the strong arm dictatorship that you're so fucking terrified of. One way or another, we are in a regime of force right now. So use your words forcefully, or have the physical force foisted upon you with real physical force, with guns and like punches and shit like that, right? Saving face. MAGA made a mistake. It happens. You don't think You don't think that if, let's suppose, take Walter White. Take Walter White, because everybody knows Walter White. Everybody can do the thought experiment right now. Let's suppose that Bryan Cranston, and we love Bryan Cranston's daughter. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up. Pardon me, Bryan Cranston's daughter, excellent actress. Taylor Dearden. Not Tyler Durden, Taylor Dearden. And that's my mnemonic device. That's how I was going to remember Taylor Dearden's name, because of Tyler Durden. How much she must get that. Tyler Durden, Taylor Dearden. Bryan Cranston, Walter White. Let's suppose that Bryan Cranston has a bad ayahuasca trip, right? And tomorrow morning you see him up there on the soapbox, and he's pounding the table anti Donald Trump. And let's suppose that he starts campaigning under the name Walter White. And people are like, what the fuck? And let's say he starts talking about meth. And he starts talking about like making deals with Chapo and with Maduro. And he's like, you know what? We've got both those guys in custody. I'm sending Chapo back to Mexico and Maduro back to Venezuela, and together we are going to rule all the Americas. Chapo, Walter White, and Maduro. Okay, and throw Machado in there too, because they've got the Nobel Prize, right? So who am I saying now? Machado, Maduro, Chapo, Walter White. Where's Donald Trump? Well, he has the Nobel Prize, and now Machado, she is going full. What's the word we're supposed to use now? Retribution. She gets up in front of the Venezuelan people and says, "Hey, sorry, el retribución, retribución es tuyo, no, para nosotros, retribución, para el Nobel Prize." Yes, Walter fucking White. Okay? So now, imagine now, all of the MAGAs are scratching their heads, and here's even worse. The MAGA hat? No. Now there's fucking blue meth hats. They're just blue. And they don't say MAGA, they say METH, meth. Right? And it's a blue it's a blue hat. It's a Walter White for president hat, right? Okay, what am I talking about here? I'm talking about saving face. Because if Walter White comes up and is like, Donald Trump, go back to Mar-a-Lago. It's sinking into the ocean. Enjoy it while it lasts, bitch. Right? Right? I mean, then you will find a bunch of people wearing blue man group and everything in blue, and they'll be saying, yeah, you MAGA motherfuckers, yeah, you so illiterate, you can go back to kindergarten, bitches, and right? And what? The next thing you will find is whole fleets of what's Elon Musk mobiles? What are they? Elon Musk mobile. The ones that he didn't sell any. I mean, he's probably got thousands and thousands of those Cybertrucks just sitting around. So just get a bunch of like libtard comp lit dropouts and have them. Oh no. This is the Elon Musk army. Sorry. Okay. No. He's not gonna talk to the comp lit dropouts. No, but they're gonna spray paint all the Cybertrucks red, and then they're gonna come raid all of the Walter White whatevers, right? So my hypothetical describes a situation where the liberals, the woke libtards, they find roughly their own Donald Trump. You know, somebody who's just kind of a nonstop shitstorm. And it's kind of a relief, right? Because you don't have to worry about anything, because that one person is gonna basically flush down the toilet the entire discourse coming from the either side. I mean, it's a real godsend if you can get a Donald Trump. You know, I mean, that shit is something that happens once every several generations. You know, you get somebody with that kind of rhetorical flair who just basically fucking disrupts disrupts history. For no good reason. Saving face. Where'd Hitler come from? Saving face. Versailles, right? God damn it. You made asses out of ourselves. You know how hard he exploited that? They made asses out of us at Versailles. We have to save face. We'll show you. Yeah?